in games this year. Gets Marwin Gonzalez. Here's Anthony Rizzo and Estevan Florial. About Mize, 3 innings, 6 Ks, Carlos.
You got to love that elevated four-seamer there. It's going to work wonders for him if he gets used to it.
All right, Miguel Cabrera now. Miggy, he just makes it look so smooth. Dumps it into right center. 20th big league season this year. Marwin Gonzalez, and he signed a minor league deal, so this guy's trying to say, hey, I can still get it done. 2-run home run to left. This is first of the spring. And then Jose Peraza to left center field. Anthony Rizzo scores. Tigers, though, they end up winning it 5-3. All right, how about this? Earlier today at Citi Field, New York City Mayor and Mets fan Eric Adams lifted the city's COVID-19 vaccine mandate on athletes, paving the way for unvaccinated Yankees and Mets players to play home games. And yes, Brooklyn Nets fans, the Nets get Kyrie Irving back at home Sunday. More now from the mayor.
We're here today. Currently, only non-residents are exempt under this executive order. We expanded it to residents of New York City. It's unimaginable. We were treating our performers differently because they lived and played for home teams. It's not acceptable.
So that is good news for Yankees and Mets players who were unvaccinated. John Heyman, our MLB Network Insider, tweeting out, good time to be Aaron Judge. Athletes exempted as of today from vaccination mandate, and big multi-year Yankees offer on the way, if not today, then very soon. Wow. So we're bringing back inside Studio 21 here with Carlos, I, and Fran. And look, this is what the Yankees brass has said this spring, that an extension for Aaron Judge was at the top of mind, and also Brian Cashman as well. This guy, he's the face of the franchise. All rise. He's going to get
awesome.
He's going to get pretty much, whatever he wants.
This guy's the perfect Yankee. We used to say that about Derek Jeter. Well, Judge most definitely has all the qualities that you could do the same for him as far as his makeup is concerned. But we can look at the numbers as well, Fran. And if you think about WAR, wins above replacement, it's ridiculous to think that he's third, just only to Trout and Mookie Betts.
Wow, okay.
Since 2017. So how good is he? Very, very, very good. So it's not only is he the face of the franchise, and he's got all the makeup, knows how to address the media, fan favorite. This guy can play, flat out play.
Yeah, he's a better defender than people give him credit for. You see, the big number there on this board is the 148 there in terms of games played in 2021. I think if you're a Yankees fan and you're a Yankees front office executive and you're about to commit big money to Aaron Judge, the biggest concern you have is, because he's a big dude, him staying on the field. I think Aaron Boone and Aaron Judge, give Judge a lot of the credit as well. They found a way a year ago to make sure that he stayed healthy they kind of started slow. They gave him some breaks early on, played 148 games. That's going to be the key to the Yankees' success. If Judge and Stanton both can play about 145 to 155 games, now we're talking.
There's a lot of thunder there. And I think, yes, you have to be smart with giving them the right times off, days off here and there, and play them strategically. But 148 games, I'll take that every single season. Look, I know that we can split hairs and look at things analytically and say, look, he is almost 30. Do I want to sign him for a long-term deal? Fine, we can go there. But the bottom line is this. The Yankees have to sign Aaron Judge. They have to have him, and they have to have him long term. He is the face of the franchise, rightfully so. He has earned that spot, and it would be a great acquisition. It only makes the team better. And if they can get that play right to keep him on the field, obviously the most valuable thing is for him to be healthy, because when he's out on the field, he just produces.
Yeah, not only the face of the franchise, one of the faces of baseball, and when you have your own Supreme Court section in the outfield, you don't want to mess with that. You don't mess with that.
Sentencing baseballs.
We'll keep our eyes out here for an Aaron Judge extension. Time now for a spring training road trip presented by Camping World. Let's send you out to White Sox camp in Glendale, Arizona. Say hello to Alana Rizzo and Kevin Malone.
Kevin, the AL Central was led pretty much wire to wire by the Chicago White Sox. No reason to think that they're not going to do it again this year.
No doubt about it. And you got the group of guys here that have fun. They got batting title champions. They got home run hitters. They got RBIs. They got power. They got the whole shebang. And we spoke to Tim Anderson, who's won a batting title. And yes, he is a stud.
He's ready. Joined by no other than T.A. Tim Anderson, shortstop for the Pale Hose. And Tim Anderson, thanks for being with us. Always in a good mood, always saying that baseball's fun. You guys had a good time last year, leading the division, of course, going into the postseason. How does this year differ?
It is not. It's not. We're going to go with the same approach and really try to keep the same energy and get the same mindset. I mean, there's no secret. You know, we're trying to do. I think everybody's trying to do it. Yeah. So we're just gonna go about the same way and you know, keep rallying around each other and be good teammates.
TA, I mean, let's get to it. I don't care if it happened last year. I don't care about anything but Iowa games. Sitting there, we're all kind of like, where are we going? Going to Field of Dreams. Y'all are out of your routine. Yankees are out of their routine. We get there, and I think all of us as a group, it was one of the greatest nights I've ever been a part of, baseball-wise. You. Oppo, cornfields, looked like you hit it like 680, which you did. You hit it 507, and I didn't realize that Oppo Pop was there. Now it don't make sense to me. Talk to me about that game.
The pitcher supplied the power. All I did was make contact.
Oh, no, number 17, I let them know.
No, but for the most part, it was a dope setting. I think it was huge for baseball.
Yes.
You know, it's one of the games I've watched the most in, well, I don't know how many years.
Yes.
But, you know, the whole day was pretty sick. We got there and got to tour the campus, and we got to meet some fans, and, you know, the game started, and, you know, the fans was into it. And, you know, what better than walking it off like that?
You're at a level now, you got batting titles, you know, you're out there balling, you're going deep in Iowa, they put up a set there. Now, like, what's something that you need to work on to get better? There's something in your game that we all have that we need to work on. What are you working on?
Overall, everything really, you know, being consistent. You know, this 3 years in a row I've been doing it. So how can I stay on top of that? How can I continue to get better? How can I make people believe in my game and, you know, see what type of player I am? And the more I play, I mean, really, you know, there's really nothing else to do but besides just live and keep being consistent and keep enjoying the moment.
MVP superstar Jose Abreu's back here jumping rope, throwing med balls against the wall, doing all kinds of things. Breaking his goatee. What do you learn from a guy like that?
Man, his work ethic. He's the reason I work so hard, man. Watch him go in, you know, day in, day out. He's been here since I got here. So he kind of got it, you know. I don't really just, you know, talk to him a lot to really, you know, try to dig into him, but I watch him. I observe a lot and see how he go about his business. And he's there. He's there if I need him.
But the chemistry that you guys have, the love, that's a big deal in this game because we're out there 200-plus games, you go to the playoffs. You know, you got 162 during the year, you got spring training, and then you got the playoffs coming up. People don't realize the toll it takes, but when you got a group of dudes that care about each other, talk to me a little bit about that.
I mean, we got to think about it, man. We're together all year. You know, ain't nobody trying to be together with somebody uncomfortable all year. You know, so I'm going to be comfortable with these guys. I'm going to be able to tell them what I want to say what I want to say, and no hard feelings. You know, if I get on your butt, then that's cool. You can get on my butt, too. Right. If you see me, you know, slacking, then you tell me to get back right. So it's just, we help each other. Yeah. And but for the most part, man, we're going to have fun while doing this. This game already hard enough. Nobody's going to be out there mad, angry at each other. And we get it. We get it's a struggling game. Yeah. So you got to have fun while doing it. And, you know, try to get the fans into it as well.
Shortened season, how many ABs do you need to be ready? Shortened spring.
28.
I don't know, enough.
28.
28.
There you go.
28.
28. Then he's going to start balling
28.
before opening night.
Okay.
Yeah.
You heard it right here. 3 for 4, opening night.
Yeah, he said it, I didn't.
Tim Anderson, shortstop for the Chicago White Sox. Thanks for being with us. Good luck
thank
this
you
year.
guys. Thank you guys for having me, for sure.
All right.
Alana and Kev, great interview there with Tim Anderson, who is one of the great personalities. By the way, a great player. He batting champion back in 2019. White Sox, they won 93 games a year ago, and they've got some firepower in that bullpen. They added Joe Kelly and Kendall Graveman. Josh Harrison, he can play all over the place. Re-signed Leori Garcia. No more Carlos Rodon. Ryan Tepera, he just goes up to the north side of Chicago with the Cubs here. But look, White Sox, they're expected to do big things. They won 93 games a year ago. They won the division, and they're building here. That was the third consecutive year they made, or second consecutive year they made the postseason. So now they're going to be the hunted this year, and they have to live up to those expectations.
Yeah, I could think back a few years ago when we were thinking, what are the White Sox going to do? Are they just going to go into this rebuild mode? This happened very quickly, and now there's only one goal here, and it's to win the World Series. Anything short of that is a disappointment. If you think about what happened last season and you see the injuries they had and what they were able to accomplish despite those injuries, Eloy Jimenez was out for a lot of games, as well as Luis Robert. They did not play together in the same lineup until August 9th, and yet they were still at the top of that division. They won their division. So Imagine if these guys get healthy. Even Lance Lynn had some injury that he had to deal with. So this team has never been full throttle, and they still won the Central. If these guys go out there and they're healthy and they play up to their capabilities, this is the year. There's going to be a couple of players like Jose Abreu, Kimbrel that are on their walk year. So I'm thinking to myself, this is what needs to happen. And they have all the tools necessary to make it materialize.
So there are some thoughts here that Kimbrel is due $16 million this year. The White Sox want to move him before the season starts, so we'll wait and see what happens there. But your point about health, I mean, Eloy Jimenez, as we take a look here at the White Sox bullpen, and look, some fantastic names. We're going to hear from Leon Hendricks coming up in just a minute, but the Kimbrel is there for now. Kendall Graveman's a great ad as well. Vince Velasquez. But Eloy Jimenez and Luis Robert, just like we were talking about Stanton and Judge for the Yankees, Jimenez, Robert, big dudes for the White Sox. They were both injured and missed significant portions of last year. If those guys can put together 140, 45, 50 games, I mean, it's hard to believe the White Sox won't be in the mix.
You know, I saw Eloy Jimenez play when he was just a young prospect, and he hit a ball over there in the Dominican Republic that hit the light tower. So light tower power, literally light tower power, as I saw it. And now finally I can see him having, you know, we've seen him having success in the big leagues, but we still have not seen the best of Eloy Jimenez, which is scary. All right, we look at Luis Robert as well, one of the shortest swings in all of baseball, quickest swings in all of baseball. A healthy Robert, healthy Eloy Jimenez. Sky's the limit for these guys. Don't sleep on Johan Moncada. By the way, you need to check his reggaeton video, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that tonight.
I definitely will do that.
That's another superb talent.
Yeah.
This team is stacked. They're going to score a lot of runs. Oh, and wait a second. They can pitch as well.
Yeah, they can. They can. They're going to be a fun team to watch, and no doubt. I'm going to take our first break here on MLB Tonight. We'll come back with some highlights here. Tim Beckham, a brand new member. We're back clipping early. Plus, we're going to hear from Carlos Correa. That's coming up.
Wow.
We'll go back now to Glendale, and Kevin Millar is going to fire up that big old camper and talk to Liam Hendricks. This guy's always a great interview. Come back.
MLB Tonight.